What up, YouTube, Internet Racks? Y'all see this video? They say, living with my parents slash girlfriend helped me save $80,000. So we finna watch this video on how he saved $80,000, even though it sounds self-explanatory, living with parents. And he got the right type of partner to be doing this with. So shout out to him. Let's pick up some gems. Like that like button for more value. Feel like you got some value. Comment down below, hit that like button. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna give my little commentary, but we're gonna get right into it.
Living with my parents and my girlfriend has helped me save $80,000. Now, I've been living with them for 20.
Which is a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, real talk. Me with 80 racks, I'm not working for the next 5 years. I'm not gonna lie. Hands down, I'm not working for the next 5 years. It's over with. However long it took for me to save that, I'm not working after that. It's over with.
25 years. If I would have taken advantage of this way sooner, I would have been well over 100,000 by now. I'm gonna go.
Wait, hold on. How old is he? My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad.
Living with my parents and my girlfriend has helped me save $80,000. Now, I've been living with them for 25 years. If I would have taken advantage of this way sooner, I would have been well over 100,000 by now. I'm gonna go over the mistakes I made living with my parents, but then also at the end, I'm gonna go over how I actually was able to take advantage of this and what you should do if you're in this position. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Up until the age 23, I was paying under $1,000 a month, man. I was covering my portion of the rent, my car insurance, my gas, and that's about it. The utilities were taken care of, the internet was taken care of, all the food was taken care of. All I had to worry about was just helping with rent a little bit, and that's it. And I did not take advantage of this. I did not put money away. Instead, I blew my money on a bunch of personal things that I wanted to just get myself, whether it was video games, things for my car, things that I wanted to collect, going out to eat, whatever it may have been, man. I was just throwing my money at the wrong things. Now, if I
Let me pause it real quick because he said something. He dropped a gem, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of people need to understand that it's not your fault, bro. A lot of us got kicked out at the crib back in 18, 19. You was told you getting kicked out the crib. But a lot of people didn't get the option to be able to pay a portion of the rent. I mean, a lot of people didn't even get that option. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing that if you do have that option, yeah, you definitely need to capitalize off that. If you only paying, say y'all mortgage is $1,500 and it's 3, 4 y'all in the crib, and it's only your portion is only what $475, $500 a month. Definitely take advantage of that. I wouldn't be adding on extra bills if it's already hard for me to work a job and I have to pay $500 a month at home. I mean, granted, it's very, you know what I'm saying, it's grateful. Because you'll definitely be saving more money because I'm paying $1,000 for this. So you'll be saving $500. And so that 500 just add up, ladies and gentlemen. Especially when you at the crib for years and years and years, that 500 add up. 500 times 12 is what? Let's do the math. What's that, 72? My bad, y'all. I'm taking 500 times 12. 6,000. All right, that's 6,000 a year by staying at home and paying $500.
would have instead really started focusing on investing the right way. And I say this because there was times during that period of time where I was investing, but I was just trying to get rich quick, or I just didn't fully commit and stay consistent. So I would start investing into one strategy, switch over to another, then completely sell it off because I started going unemployed. And I did go unemployed a few times during this time, man. I'm telling you, I was lazy. I did not take advantage of all the opportunities that were given to me. And I really let a lot of freaking time slip by just sitting on the sidelines. And it's crazy to think, man, like if I had the work ethic, and I did have it at moments, but if I had the work ethic and the knowledge that I have right now at age 25, back then when I was paying little to no rent and I was making decent money for the place I was living and the amount of bills that I had, I could have really got ahead, man. I could have really started to build a freaking portfolio. And back then during that time, man, those prices were freaking nice. So right now, those portfolios would be.
Yeah, rent prices was crazy, what, 5 years ago. So he around my age bracket. I'm 26. I turned 27 in September. He 20. So yeah, we Gen Z babies. And like I said, about 10 years ago, 2017, 2018, rent prices was not crazy. I remember I was staying in the house as well with my people, with my pops and some other folks. And I had to pay $500 for rent. And I had to pay for food like $50 on top of that. And I was only making 1,300, about 1,200 from my job. And that $700 I was putting up, I didn't take advantage of that from the job. It's like I was always focused on trying to get rich fast. And that's something that he just mentioned. Yeah, so definitely trying to get rich too fast would definitely fuck up your whole snowball effect.
Looking like so good. But I can't dwell on the past like that. But I just want to share that because I know a lot of people that even my age are living at home still and not taking advantage the way that they should. They're either just blowing their money on a bunch of things, which of course enjoy life, live your life, but be prepared and get prepared and start to learn and how to invest, man. And really start to invest. Because if you're sitting there at home watching this right now and you're in that position and you're not doing the most you can with that opportunity, once that opportunity slips by and is gone, man, you're going to be sitting thinking how I am and like, dang, I should have really taken advantage of that opportunity, man, because that is such a sweet freaking deal. And now, not all of us are fortunate enough to be able to live with our parents and have most of our bills covered. And that's just how it is sometimes, man. It sucks, but that's life. But if you are,
And that means if you didn't have that option and you watch on these videos, you really need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? You need to make sure that all else fails, you know what I'm saying? You got some paper that you can lean back on. Real talk.
really take advantage of it, because you could get into a position of me with kind of privilege and kind of what's the word? Like, I'm thinking of a word kind of like not nurtured, but kind of pampered
Stable.
and kind of like
Stable.
I guess really just a place of privilege, man, because my rent was taken care of, my bills were taken care of, I had food to eat for the most part, right? I didn't take advantage of that, man. Instead, I allowed myself to become dependent to that. I allowed myself to fall into those ruts and really just get lazy and not do anything, because all those things were taken care of for me. So I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have people to take care of, really.
Yeah, he didn't have no fire under his ass for real.
And I hate that I freaking allowed myself to do this. And I'll touch on this in another video, man, because the topic of this video is really talking about how living with my parents freaking set me up financially and really set me up to really be able to build and maintain stability. And that is such a freaking big blessing that, myself included, don't take advantage of, man. And we take it for granted, and then we end up regretting those actions later. Now, once 2023 came around, when I was the age 23, man, my parents stopped working pretty much. I had to take care of the bills. I had the factory job, and my rent was $2,300, man. So I went
Yeah, gang.
from paying $1,000 or less in bills to $2,300. I had to cover the rent, and I'll be honest, man, I felt sick to my stomach.
I know he didn't want to pay that. Not even trying to be funny, but I understand. That's a big jump from 1,000 to 23.
Because I had just got a job, and now I was only making like $35,000 to $4,000 a month, and I felt sick, bro. I was like, no way you guys are
They're taking half the check.
making me pay this much money. I was very ungrateful and appreciative, but I caught that early, man. Like, literally, I think a couple weeks into this new job, it clicked in my head. I'm like, bro, relax. You had all this opportunity, all this time to set yourself up financially, and not even that, man, but to be able to provide and show your parents that you're doing good. And I didn't do that. So I can't be mad now that I gotta cover the bills, man. Step up and get
Accountability.
it done. And I caught on to that quick, which I'm so freaking grateful on. And I think that's part of the reason why I freaking locked in and really hustled and tried to make this work, man. Because when those bills
Nah, that's when he put fire under his ass, when he had to pay that 23. That's when he put fire under his ass.
landed on my feet, and of course, I didn't have to pay everything. I just had to pay the $2,300 rent and my pretty much my insurance, my own gas, and my own little things. They were still covering some of the utilities and the groceries, which helped a ton, man. It helped a ton. But it really sucked. It really did suck. But what did I do, man? I didn't just sit there and complain. I didn't just freaking let it destroy me. I wanted to save and invest as much as I could, but paying so much rent, it was really hard to do. So this is what I freaking did, man. I had a car that I loved, I cherished, and like it was like one of my dream cars growing up, man. And I was
Selling that bitch.
so proud and happy that I got it. But I made the decision to sell that car. And this is what I freaking told myself.
I did not pre-watch this video. Hit that like button. I just know, man. You get to a point, you like, man, fuck all this shit, bro. Bro, fuck. Get your ass a goddamn $4,000, $5,000 car. Take your ass to work and go the fuck home,
Man. And what is crazy, like now really thinking about it, that it's coming to fruition, man. I told myself, like, this is gonna suck. I hate that I have to sell this, but I'm not in the position to be able to maintain this car and get ahead financially. So I pulled the trigger and I sold it, man. But I told myself, selling this car will help me hit my first $100,000. It's not gonna come quick, it's not gonna come easy, but if I sell this right now, I will make my first 100,000, and one day I will buy this car back. And that's what I freaking told myself, man. I sold that car. I gave all the money to my parents. I was like, here, this is for rent and some of the personal things that they were buying for themselves at the time, right? And that gave me a few months to be able to not worry about rent. And what I did with that money coming in from those paychecks, since
put it right back up.
rent was already taken care of, I just threw straight into an investing account, man. Straight into my Roth and straight into my freaking brokerage account and my 401k and things of that nature.
What I just say?
Now, as soon as that money started to dry up and I knew that it was coming, and it was coming quick, because I think it was like $7,000, right? That only lasts so much in California, man. $2,300. That's only
Yeah, that only lasted what, about 3 months and a week.
like 3 months, right? So I knew it was creeping up
Telling y'all, I did not pre-watch this vid.
on me super quick. I told myself, I did not want to do this. I don't want to struggle. I got a second job at Amazon. So I was working at the factory, and then on the weekends I went out and delivered for Amazon. And I made my money like that. And all that extra money I was making, and still the money I was making at the factory, man, most of it was going to investing in my portfolios. And I wasn't buying myself much, man. I wasn't buying new clothes. Here and there I would buy a little something. Of course, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to say I was 100% locked in. And if you're not locked in like this, then you're not. No. Like, I was buying things from time to time, but for the
Buying that tree.
most part, man, I saved and I invested. And the thing is, my groceries were still getting taken care of. The utilities, all these small little extra expenses that my parents were still covering helped.
Oh, and let me speak on this too, ladies and gentlemen, too. Keep in mind, he's in California. So you know the rent and the mortgage is already sky fucking high. You know what I'm saying? If you in the South or some shit like that, or in the Midwest or some shit where the rent decent, you know what I'm saying? I think you could really bubble. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Now, if y'all in somewhere in these expensive ass states and cities, maybe you might want to talk to your parents about y'all moving as a family, as a unit, to go somewhere so y'all can really, build an empire.
A ton, man. It helped so freaking much, man. And you know what also helped? Being able to come home from work and having a cooked meal. I'm so freaking grateful and thankful that my mom was able to do that for me, man. I really freaking am. And that, you don't understand, like, the amount of help that really brings in. One, it keeps you a little healthy, and it saves you some money. And that's how I was able to take advantage of living with my parents. And then eventually I met my girlfriend, and then eventually again we moved in. And then me and her started splitting some of those costs. And that, on top of it, has helped tremendously, and it still does to this day, right here where we live in Texas, man. And all these little things stacked on top of each other helps create what has been built today. And now I didn't take advantage of this when I was paying little to no rent, man. Instead of thinking responsibly and really getting ahead of the game,
You gotta think ahead to get ahead.
I instead chose to satisfy myself with some random BS that I wanted to buy. Now, of course, from time to time, buy yourself a little something, not arguing against that. But I could have really set myself up financially, man. And there's people, I'm telling you, man, I know people that are in a good situation, and everyone's situation is a little different. People got expenses that you might not know about, whatever the case may be, right? But there's people that are in a good position and they still don't prioritize investing or saving, man. They live in the now. They live that, oh, I'm in my 20s, man. I'm just trying to enjoy life and this and that, which I understand, but you got to make some sacrifices and you got to also be responsible, man. Because you don't want to be 23 in charge of all the bills and really feeling the stress and pressure. Not only are you feeling,
Or 23, 21, 20, homeless. You know, don't even got enough money to moving into an apartment, comfortable signing that lease. So parents, no parents, understand this game early. Some people got parents. Parents ain't shit. Ain't give them nowhere to stay. Like you said, different strokes, different folks. But understand that the fact that nigga, the sauce is still the same. Whether you got parents or not, they that check ain't getting deposited in their account. It's getting deposited in your account. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, same method, different starting point.
behind, but once you actually try to lock in and focus on growing an investing portfolio or just savings, when you're taking care of those bills, man, it's not an easy thing to do. I did not have to ever deal with bills on my own, and that's a privilege. And to this day, I don't, man. My girlfriend and I split some of the expenses, and that's a freaking blessing, and that is so freaking cool, and that is so freaking, like, it's amazing, man. I love her for that. I love that she's willing and wanting to be like a partnership.
Yeah, she not a leech. That's another thing, fellas. Peep game. Ladies, if you on that, shout out to you. But yeah, she not a leech.
Instead of kind of just not talking about the finances and not being on top of things, like how, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how things are supposed to be, but like, we have a system. It works for us, and I'm grateful that we do. But again, man,
I'll go ahead and wrap this video up, ladies and gentlemen. But again, help them save 80 grand. And he got a girl and they splitting half the bills and stuff. Like, come on, gang. Like, come on. And he did this with family. But again, I'm saying same method, different starting point. You feel me? Again, when you get those checks, say you get paid every week. Okay, you live off 200, 300 a week, put the rest up. He was working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the fact that even though he knows that he was privileged to be able to save up and have a dream car, that says a lot, ladies and gentlemen. But at the end of the day, you still got to put the work in. His parents ain't work for him. Can't nobody work for us. Whatever name you put on that application, it got to say the same thing on your ID. So it's like, we got to save for the future us. And especially if you come from where I come from, you know, fucked up, the struggle, sleeping outside, you get to a point where you know you have to save yourself. You know what I'm saying? The only way you can do that is trying to get or aim for a goal like this gentleman right here, as in like 80,000. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, let me have 80,000, 50,000, 60,000, 30, 40,000 put up. Nigga, I'm going to work for another few months and I'm not working for the rest of the year. And I'm going to figure out some type of way to be working digitally. You know what I'm saying? But y'all comment down below what y'all think about this video. I appreciate y'all time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gone.